Check 24, check 24.
Yep.
Motion. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
On the ready.
58, the first down. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to go.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
7. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Ready?
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
90 Wolf. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Right.
58,
From the 38, Locke. And complete, right side to Cook. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now a play fake here on first down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Complete to Jordan Howard.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
60 or.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Let's go.
Into the red zone, it's Locke. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down.
Down. 70, Indy.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield. An incomplete pass on first down. Here's second and goal.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. But now it's third and goal.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Oh, he's going to take a this is taken in. It's complete. The 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 65 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. J.D. McKissick, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Next to score, Redskins 7, Giants 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now a man open down the middle of the field and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Locke now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. Locke now on first down. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Just his second incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Locke again here on second and 10. Throw left side completes a QT. 23 yards the pickup there.
It's a gain of 23 yards. That's another Giants first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Block now. 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants whip the football as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check it. Go.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rudolph. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Tucker, a career 70% success rate from 50-plus. Just incredible. And the All-Pro is money from distance again there.
They ought to give him 4 points for field goals from some of the distances that this guy makes them from.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 47. Rodgers going to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Josh Allen brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. To throw, it's Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, They couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, Alpha. Hey.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Set the tone.
Defense.
Throwing again on second down. Locke. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards. That's good.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Being chased out left. He's going to go up, and that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown. Kiki QT, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mike 59. Mike 59. I'm scared.
You draw quarters.
They begin the drive with Johnson. There goes Duke Johnson. The 40, 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 72 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Tucker's kick is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. Shifts by him, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that.
And got his man complete. 20, 10, 5. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation.
Go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and goal at the 8-yard line. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Slide. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Julio Jones. His 9th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
16. Redskins 14.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reggie Ragland picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
To try again after the sack. Block. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Block going to throw. Completes it to Corey Grant. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. To throw it is locked. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10.
Set, ready? Greystone, travel. 15, Ronnie. 15 line. Go.
Mike, check.
Big grip.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's caught. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 18. Complete to Andy Isabella. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Lunch 50, let's go.
From the gun, it's locked. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. will score. Touchdown, Washington. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike 5-9, Mike 5-9.
Go. 5.
From midfield, here's Locke. Throw left side, complete to Isabella. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check. Roll out. 22 jet bomber. Get it ready.
Locked to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Safe. Recon, 132 fighter.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo! Yes.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
25 yards that time. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, Rodgers. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Josh Allen in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Hey, exit.
58 to Mike.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing on third and long. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Hey, Charlie.
Throwing on second down. Lock. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Mike 5'9".
To throw on third down. Lock. And that is incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, it's Rodgers. Looking in zone for Jones. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Rodgers. He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the longtime Bengal, Leon Hall. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Andy Isabella, 76 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll...
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing is Rodgers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Rodgers now to throw. On the crossing route, complete. It's Brown. The crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Ed Oliver. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Locke. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Kiki QT, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Mike is 59.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and now it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Score!
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's going to let this one go. This is caught inside the 15. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think